Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Alright, so today's video is going to be more of an informative video. If you're anything like myself and you're an entrepreneur, you know that running a business is not an easy task. So what I did was I came up with a system that works for me, and I decided to share it with you guys because honestly, I just want to see you win. I want to see your business thrive. I want to see you successful. I want to see you selling out. I want to see them orders coming in for you. So if I could do anything to help in that aspect, why not? I always say sharing is caring. So why keep what I know and not share it with you guys? Lighting one candle does not dim your light, honey. So I'm doing what I have to do to give back to the universe. So I'm sharing it with you. So today I'm providing you with 10 tips on how to work smarter. So you want to always work smarter, not harder. So these tips will definitely help you with doing that. Please watch this video from beginning to end because all of these tips literally just come together in order to work. So tip number 1, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to like this tip, but somebody has to tell you. Turn your phone off. Yeah, you heard me. Turn it off. Literally, your phone is your biggest distraction. With scrolling on Instagram and Facebook, sometimes I'm literally scrolling and 2 hours passed before I got anything done, and I was just scrolling. What did that do for you? Nothing. Nothing at all. So at the end of the day, you need to turn that phone off. And granted, I know a lot of us work from our phone. Like me, myself, I work from my phone literally straight. So I'm not saying don't work. I'm not saying don't run your business. What I'm saying is turn yourself off of your personal pages on that Facebook, that Instagram, that Twitter, all of that noise, block it out. Set some time aside if you need to, you know? I'm not saying don't ever go on social media, but set some time aside. Take an hour in a day. Break that hour up if you need to, even if you do it in increments of 15 minutes. I don't care how you do it, but make sure the time that you have allotted for social media is the only time you spend on social media. So that's tip number 1. Turn that phone off, and I guarantee you'll see a difference with your production. Tip number 2, have a clear routine. Having a routine literally helps you stay focused. It helps you stay on track. I always say have a clear goal and break it down to mini goals. So those little mini goals that you're trying to accomplish, having a routine will help you accomplish that. Wake up at the same time every day, eat breakfast at the same time every day. Create a system to where you're able to just naturally do things, including running your business. Having a routine not only helps you maximize your time, but it helps to reinforce your goals because having that routine helps you stay on track. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3, set a weekly plan. And what I mean by weekly plan is weekly plan for your business, of course. Set a plan that you're trying to accomplish for that week. So for me, for example, on Sundays, I literally write down what I'm trying to do for the business for a week, whether it's 5 things, 10 things, 1 thing, 3 things. Set a plan for it. So for me on Sundays, I usually sit down and figure out what it is I'm trying to do for the week for the business, even if it's promotional items, my posts for Instagram, thanking my customers for their business, reaching out to my customers for them to give me reviews. Whatever it is that I'm trying to do for that week for the business, I do it. I set it up on that Sunday. So setting up the weekly plan basically helps you to stay on track with doing things for the business. Because I know if you're anything like myself, you have an overall goal. You have, long-term goals, short-term goals. That's your chance and time to set it up so that you can accomplish those goals. So that's tip number 3, setting that weekly planning. Tip number 4, do not multitask. I know it sounds a little like, what do you mean not multitask? You have to. By do not multitask, what I mean is stop trying to do everything all at once. That was the whole point of tip number 3, is to set a weekly plan so that you're not doing too much at once. What that does, it eliminates you being overwhelmed and not getting anything done. And just to give you a little background, that's what I found myself doing a lot of the times in the beginning. I would set all these things that I want to do and try to do all of them at once. It doesn't work that way. Like literally, you're going to burn yourself out and you're doing too much. Like just set the weekly plan, like we said is tip number 3. And then for that, don't multitask. Do one thing at a time. It helps you stay focused. It helps you get things done. Because how much better do you feel when you do one thing and you're like, oh, it's okay for your business to take time. So don't try to rush yourself trying to do everything at once, because at the end of the day, you're going to end up in a cluster of things and you're not going to get anything done. So tip number 4, do not multitask. Tip number 5, always stay organized. Being organized helps your company to stay focused and on track. For example, with Canvas Bling, I have to be organized in the sense where I need to keep track of my time, because I need to know how long it's taking me to produce these items for my customers. Because at the end of the day, they want to know when they're getting their product, they're paying for their product ahead of time. So you want to make sure that you're organized in a way that keeps your business running smoothly. That's what that will do in the end. It will keep your business running smoothly. Keep track of your time. Keep track of your inventory, depending on what business you're doing. Know how you're doing. Know what steps come after the other. Like literally, my business is running smoothly right now. And that's because I'm organized. You have to stay organized. Know where your tax papers are when it comes to the end of the year, filing those taxes. Know where your receipts are. Know where you're keeping things. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to be running like a chicken with your head cut off because you don't know where things are. You don't know what's what. You don't know how to answer any questions. Being organized will help you stay on track. I promise you. So if you're not already organized, get some help. Get an assistant if you need to. But being organized is going to be key to keeping that business running smooth. Tip number 6, take breaks regularly. That is so important. If you've ever worked a 9 to 5, you know how it is when you want to go on vacation and they're telling you can't get the days off. You're like, well, you won't give me the days off, I'm going to call out. Well, you need to do the same thing with your business. Call out for you. Take some time off. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your spouse. Enjoy your dog. Go to the beach if that's what you want to do. You know, take some time off to just mentally give yourself, you know, some space from your business, because life is not all about just running your business. You still have other things that you should be doing to keep yourself sane mentally and to keep yourself happy too. Because, I mean, although running a business makes you happy, I know that, but you know what I mean. So take those breaks as much as you need to. Life is short and you don't want to miss out on things just because all you're worried about is running your business. Take those breaks. I guarantee you it's needed. Tip number 7, outsource. Don't try to do everything. You're not an expert at everything. You don't always know what you're doing, and that's okay. For example, with Canvas Bling, I make customized items. That's what I'm good at. I'm good at creating. I'm good at taking the vision of my customers and creating something beautiful. Do I know anything about building a website? No. Do I know anything about marketing the business? No, I don't. And that's okay. Don't try to do everything, and it's okay to not know everything. Literally, for marketing, for example, there's so many different tips and things that's on Instagram that I knew nothing about. But what did I do? I hired a marketer. Marceline Vital Perez is my marketer. Hire an expert, someone who's going to help you with that part of the business that you know nothing about. You think I'm going to go try to file taxes for Canvas Bling? No, because I don't know anything about business taxes. So I hire a tax preparer to do that for me. That way I make sure that it's being done correctly, it's being done right the first time, and I don't owe the IRS a check. Okay? So outsourcing is going to be your prime way of making sure that the business is running smoothly. And not only that, it also helps you with building connections, because you want to have people on your team. Building a team will help you to be able to have different people that you can reach out to. And at the end of the day, building that, that person you can refer to someone else, and you never know who you're going to meet in doing that. So outsourcing will help you to be able to do that. Tip number 8, measure your results, not your time. A lot of times we're so stuck on how long it takes me to do this, how long it takes me to do that you're losing track. You need to measure your results, especially in the beginning. You just need to see what's coming out of what it is you're doing. You can get to measuring your time later, because at the end of the day, you're running a business is going to be continuous anyway. So don't try to worry about that in the beginning, because all it's going to do is distract you. So measure your results, not your time. Tip number 8. Tip number 9, finish what you started. I cannot stress how important it is to start something and see it through all the way to the end. A lot of times we get distracted with, again, from the other tip, trying to multitask, trying to do everything at once. And what that leaves you with is getting nothing done. So you want to finish what you started. That's the only way to track your results. That's the only way to know what it is you're actually doing, what you're accomplishing, if those mini goals are getting accomplished to get you to that overall goal. So finish what you started. That's extremely important. Tip number 9, finish what you started. And last but not least, tip number 10, believe in what you're doing wholeheartedly. I cannot stress this enough. It's important to do something that you enjoy doing, because at the end of the day, that's when you'll give it your all. That's when you'll put in maximum effort. That's when all of tips from 1 through 9 will work. So believe in what you're doing. If it's not something that you feel like you're not passionate about and you're just doing it for money, the outcome will not be the same. When you put your heart and soul into something, it manifests into something else that you didn't even imagine it being. So believe in what you're doing, and I guarantee you'll be successful, sis or sir. All right, so that was 10 tips. And I'm just going to go over the tips one more time, just so you get it, because that was a lot of information, starting with tip number 1 to tip number 10. So turn off your phone, have a clear routine, have a weekly plan, do not multitask, always stay organized, take breaks regularly, outsource, measure your results, not your time, finish what you started, and love what you're doing wholeheartedly. I really believe and hope that these 10 tips really help you guys and help you with your business thriving, because that's the ultimate goal, is for you guys to thrive and for everybody to win. Like, that's genuinely, passionately what I want. And it's gonna happen, because that's what I'm manifesting. It's gonna happen. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope these tips were helpful to you guys. They really help me on a day-to-day, so I know they'll be helpful to you guys. Actually, I know they will. So share this video with a friend, a fellow entrepreneur, fellow businesswoman, anyone who you think could benefit from these tips, because that's my goal, is to spread the love. Anyway, see you in my next video.
I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year!